guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time it's a Before It's Out video. Yes, this is back. Now for anyone who hasn't watched Before It's Out, basically it's a web series where I'm taking a look at a Transformers toy before it gets released. In today's video we are taking a look at the Transformers Cyberverse Scout class. I think this is Wave 1, I'm going to call it Wave 1. And the reason why I'm not doing separate videos for each figure is because, well, my general opinion on these is the same. So I just didn't want to take so much time into doing 4 separate videos. At the end of this video, I'm going to talk about Transformers Cyberverse because there's something that some people are saying that I just don't necessarily agree with, and it's kind of a disclaimer for the next Transformers Cyberverse videos that I do. And this is not Cyberverse as in like the legions and commanders from previous toy lines. Taking a look at the Scout class lineup, I'm glad that they're finally coming back with the Scout class lineup. Unfortunately, it looks like this. First up, we're going to take a look at Bumblebee. Now, basically what these are, and it's kind of weird, they transform into their alt mode halfway. Like, they got the robot modes, and then halfway they got the alt modes. Some people are saying that, oh, maybe it does transform into the full alt mode. I don't necessarily see it because I don't see how the Megatron would transform into a tank. So these would kind of be like triple changers, but I don't think that's the case. Even though Bumblebee has that weird piece on his arm that looks like kibble, I just don't see the case on how that can transform into a car. Or maybe Grimlock can transform into his dinosaur, and Starscream could transform into his jet, even with the picture not showing it. I could see that happening, but they never showed that at the toy fair. They never showed any proper alt modes, and again, I just don't see how that Megatron could transform into a tank. But anyways, Bumblebee. In the alt mode, he's got this kind of blade action that you can flip out. I guess that's interesting, but he can drive along because he's got the 2 wheels in the back and, you know, of course the 2 wheels on the front. Basically, the front is still the car mode, and then the back is Bumblebee. It's a thing, I guess, and in robot mode, I mean, obviously that's going to look a lot better because it's a more complete figure. I kind of like how the weapon looks, but the legs have these chunky sides to them that I just don't really get why they're there. I think I have to get the toy in hand to figure that out, because just for right now they just look like big pieces of nothing. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the stealth force like mode. Maybe those are just missile pods or something. I don't understand it. Taking a look at the Grimlock in alt mode. Wow, that looks bad. I do not like this Grimlock. The arms are just out there, the legs are just out there, then the rest is mostly the T-Rex. He's got the tail and then the dino head. But this is almost like the fan-made modes that some people will put Grimlock in. So I'm not that invested when it is the full alt mode of Grimlock. It's just, it doesn't look that good. And then when you take a look at his robot mode, he seems to have a mouth, so I guess in the show he has the face mask and then he also has the mouth. I do like the missile pods on the shoulders, but I cannot get into this. And then taking a look at Megatron in alt mode, I mean, it's got a tank bottom and then Megatron, and then you could also flip out this Energon mace thing, which, nice G1 reference, I guess. But it leaves his entire hand hollow, or entire arm, I should say. And the figure itself in robot mode just doesn't look that good to me. I don't think the arms look good. Too much gray, not enough paint applications in the arms and legs. It doesn't look intriguing. Now Starscream looks the best. He kind of looks like his Legends class toy. And I'm seeing some leg articulation in this, which is going to be important in a second. But I think the coloring is nice with the red and blue. I think it's the most put together Starscream of this list. If you've seen the other 2 Starscreams, so yeah, and he does have null rays on his back. Hopefully you can attach them to the arm somehow. That would be nice, but overall, I don't know. His alt mode is basically the Grimlock mode. But the reason why I mentioned leg articulation is because you might be able to fold those up and transform them into the full jet mode. Whether or not they intended for that, because again, it looks like all the other figures can transform fully into their alt modes, but Starscream, you might be able to fan-made mode it into his proper alt mode. I think the jet mode needs a little bit more color, but I don't necessarily mind the fact that it's got gray. I'm not exactly sure what's happening with the missiles. I guess there's a gimmick where they just flip out. That's not intriguing to me. So that's the Scout class lineup of Transformers Cyberverse, and as I mentioned, I was going to talk about something, kind of a disclaimer. People are telling me when I share an opinion on Transformers Cyberverse, and I've noticed this for other people too, that people will make the argument that they're just kids' toys. And basically, it seems like they're just trying to get me to shut up about this because they don't necessarily think that I should really criticize a kid's toy. One, I think it's perfectly fine to criticize a kid's toy. I mean, myself, I was a kid at some point, and I don't think I would be interested in this, even as a kid, honestly. I just don't see how that is the case. And number two, I mean, look at everything else that's in my collection. They're all kids' toys. So, I don't know exactly where you draw the line when you shouldn't criticize something, because, I mean, most of these are for, what, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, maybe 14 at most. And I'm 23, and I'm messing around with kids' toys. So, at what point do you stop criticizing a Transformers toy? I don't like how these look. It's that simple. I've got some one-steps that I enjoy. So, it's not like these can't impress me. I just don't think that kids are going to be that impressed by the toy. And this is based on my opinion, too. I'm not invested in the toy. Now, again, a kid might, you know? Very well could. But for me, and this is my personal opinion, this is my video, I'm just not invested in it. And I don't think they look good at all. I don't think they look like good toys. So they just look very cheap, and I mean, they're going to be about $10, but I mean, look at the Transformers Legends class lineup. Those are cool. And then this is just, ugh. And who wants a Transformers toy that's going to transform halfway into the alt mode? I just don't understand that. Maybe you could do that and still have the alt mode, because I'm pretty sure you could do that with pretty much any other Transformer toy. And then I see that, and that's the gimmick now. I don't get it. So, anyways, with that said, that's pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I'll see you guys next time.